Good morning and welcome to Empowering Morning Conversation. Today is 370th session continuously. So it's really amazing to come here every day and recharge ourselves with positivities and possibilities. So thank you all for joining. Let's get started today. So can we start with our emotion exercise, the laughter exercise? Yes. So Shakti, would you like to start?
No, sir. Someone can start. I can join.
Oh, okay. You are in the office. Okay, right. Yes. Okay. So Reddy Garu, why can't you lead?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll say 1, 2, 3. Laugh to your fullest extent without making a noise. Let us go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Reddy Garu. That is the power of generation of emotion. So that's really amazing. So before we start on today's topic, would any of you like to talk about what we discussed yesterday about the pain? Any other further reflections, any insights you got?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
What I feel is pain is a natural phenomenon. Let us accept it. That's what I learned. Thank
Right.
you.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So pain is there. Sometimes it is unnecessary. Sometimes it is necessary. Pain is the indication that there is something not good and not balanced. Thank you, sir. Yes, Shakti.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
No.
Today, actually, I went out for some hiking, but my hands are started paining, and then I had a headache because I didn't sleep properly. But I didn't do anything for that because I didn't give enough rest to my body. I was overdoing some stuff. So I want to experience it. I want to, because I don't want to disturb my body and then do something like reset. I don't want to do that because I need to take care of my body. I need to give enough rest, all those things. Without that, trying to reset, I feel that I'm harming my body.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't.
So body has its own intelligence on how to manage it, repair
Yes.
it. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Because of yesterday's session. Otherwise, usually I will go and reset. I try to do some process. I will do
Right.
that. But yesterday I didn't do that.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Any other reflections on yesterday's topic? So if not, let's get into today's topic.
Sorry, I like to say,
Yes. Yes, Asina.
if you keep embracing your pain, it hurts you more. But if you try to forget it in your mind, it is not as much. This is what I've always experienced.
Yeah. So embrace the
What she said is
Hello.
forget the pain. So it will automatically go off.
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my network was something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, thank you, Asanaji, for that insight that embrace the pain. Okay, so today's topic. Let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is on emotions. So these are the questions for you.
We have a new guest by name Sarla.
Yeah, yesterday also we saw, yes.
Okay. Why not we ask to introduce?
Yes, we'll do that. Yes, good morning, Sarla. Would you please introduce yourself? Welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. Are you able to unmute and talk? Okay, so whenever you are ready, please come out and talk to us and introduce yourself. So in the meanwhile, we'll continue our discussions, today's discussions. Right, so today's questions are, what are the top 3 emotions you encounter regularly? Look at your own day-to-day life and see what are the 3 emotions you encounter regularly and how do you handle those emotions and what's the impact on you on the way you handle the emotions. So 3 questions. What are the top 3 emotions you encounter regularly? How do you handle those emotions? And what's the impact on you on the way you handle the emotions? Right? So these are the questions or points to reflect on today. So see, one thing is, what is emotion? Even before these questions, can we just quickly touch upon what is emotion? Your understanding of emotion. Can you please share? What is emotion and why is it required?
Sir, emotion is thought in your mind and feeling in your body.
Okay. Thought in mind and sensation in the body, right? Okay. So that's the emotion. So why is it required?
Emotion is a strong feeling.
Strong feeling, yes. So emotions really create the intensity. So it really brings out the intensity. Whenever you are more emotional, your intensity is more. Yes. So with very very intense emotions, you can do a lot more, which you cannot do in the regular manner. Okay. Anybody else? What is emotion as per your understanding? Hasina ji, can you unmute? Yeah.
Yeah. Could you show the 3 points again? I haven't written down.
Yes, yes, go on,
Please.
Hasina ji.
No, I want you to put down the points again, please.
Oh, I will do that. Before that, we are just discussing what is emotion as per our understanding and why is emotion required. After that, I will show those 3
Oh,
questions.
okay.
Yeah, let's explore this for some more time. So, Sagar, what is emotion and why is it required?
what is emotion answer?
Yes. And
And
why is emotion required? Why do we
why?
need emotion? Yeah.
I think what is emotion means for me. I think my whole body, mind, everything is emotion. It's not something after some cause or effect. You will have emotion. We are emotion being, and uh, we are emotion being, and uh, that's all I know. We all are
Yeah,
emotion.
yeah, you are right. Emotion is part of our building block of the human system.
Yes.
It's not something external. It is not something not required. It has its own function in the body. Like we have the body, mind, emotions are part of our human system. Yes.
Yes. So is why it is required, sir. If I have no any emotion, then I will not do what required, or I will not strive for something that I want. So that's why emotion required. Here
Yeah.
also I need emotion, is to come here in EMC because I want my life to be better. I want positive thing to happen. This is also one kind of emotion. So it's required.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You're right. So that's what Kuldeep ji also said, that the intensity is more. When you have the emotion, your intensity is more. Your capability to do the things are more. Good. I think very nicely explained, Sagar, with your understanding. Anybody else?
Yeah, Abhinav here.
Yes, sir. Abhinav ji.
Sir, your first question was what are the top three emotions? So one emotion I could think of was frustration because many expectations. I have some expectation with that most of the time do not happen. So and then there is happiness, there is frustration, there is happiness,
Right.
there is inspiration also. Top three. And your second question, then you asked us why we need emotions. I think emotions are being human. Animal, what is differentiate us from animals is I think the emotions only. I
Yes.
remember that TV serial Star Trek in which they had Mr. Spock, who
Yeah.
had no emotions.
Yeah.
So emotions are being human.
Right. Being human, emotions is part of the human. Yes.
Part
So
of
you
being
said,
human.
yeah. So you said three emotions: frustration, happiness, and inspiration. So when you get those emotions, how do you handle them?
See, when I get frustrated, I don't know how to handle it. I look forward to the next EMC session to handle it. Either it goes away automatically, or there is no mechanism I have to handle. I don't know how to handle it. I was part of Landmark earlier. I used to look forward to their session to handle it. Either automatically it gets handled. I don't do anything about it. As far as inspiration is happiness is concerned, these are the emotions I look forward to.
Yes.
But I
So
think all the emotions are automatic. I don't have any control over it.
yeah, that's fine. But how do we make use of it? So when the emotions are there, how do
Yeah,
we handle them? I think that's very important. At one level, the
I
next
don't
level
know.
is we can generate the emotions we want. But as a starting
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
can we look at what are the emotions coming up? How do we handle that? Okay, so let's invite others to give suggestions on how to handle the emotions. What Abhinavji said. So let's start with frustration. When frustration is there, he doesn't know how to handle it. It just disappears after some time. But then, till it persists, his effectiveness, his state of mind, his no productivity, his state of health is not going to be good, right? So when it comes, how do we quickly handle it? And in this case, frustration, remove the frustration so that we can move on with the other things. So any input suggestions from you? How do you handle the frustration when it comes up? Yes, Shakti.
Sir, he can do the crazy statement immediately.
Mhm.
Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And then he can do discretion exercise. These both I used to do regularly.
Right.
Also, immediate reflection, I can do it. Who does this belongs to?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yes, these three tools is helping me a lot.
Right. So Abhinavji, are you able to get what she says? So what she says is that, so when you get frustrated, many a times it may not be your own frustration. It may be you are picking up somebody else's frustration. So in that case, you could ask, who does it belong to? No, with a little bit calmness and awareness, ask the question, whom does it belong to? Who does it belong to? If you feel light, then it belongs to somebody else. Then you can say, I send back to the sender with consciousness attached. Then you are free. If it is still heavy, then it is yours, your frustration. Then you can do the discretion exercise. Yeah, initially it may look very difficult to do all these things, but once you get you practice and get used to, then you can do it quickly. If, for example, if you need to see anyway, the frustration disturbed you next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 1 hour, depending upon your state, you are not going to do anything great. So you can as well go to the bathroom and do this discretion exercise for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, right? So that's what we can try. The third tool she was saying is the crazy statement. Everything is, can you say it?
Everything is opposite
Everything
of
is the
each
opposite of
other and
what it
nothing is
appears to be.
opposite of each
Nothing is
other.
the opposite of what it appears to be.
Yeah. So say the crazy statement, that also brings some clarity. And of course, there are other few things more. Yeah, I think then let's hear from Reddy Garu. Yeah, thanks, Shakti. Yeah, yes, Reddy Garu.
I believe frustration will come with expectation.
Yes. Yeah, so when we expect something, but it doesn't happen, there is frustration, yes.
Yeah. So I feel that if you be open and discuss with people, and then we know exactly where we are, then our expectations will come down. Thereby, we can be relieved. That's what I feel.
Sure, that is the second step, Reddy Garu. The first step is, now that frustration is there, it doesn't allow me to be at ease and I'm not able to do what I need to do. How do I handle them? That's the first step. Second step is, as you rightly said, look at really what is the situation, what is the expectation, why the other person is not able to do as expected. Have the communication, open communication, discuss, explore, think through. Then you may get a resolution, not just for this particular instance, for the long term as well. And the third thing is, the third step is to generate the emotion what you want, not get affected by the external environment. So this, I would think, these are the three steps. First step is to handle the emotions, whatever it comes, which we don't have control right now. Second step is to look at what is behind this emotion and what are the root causes, what are the actual things to be done objectively, and then communicate to the people or yourself. And the third thing is you generate the emotion what you want whenever you want. So that's what I would think. Okay, any other inputs? Yes, sir.
So this one, so this who does it belongs to? We can apply like this. If you are coming to your office and your boss scold you, and at that time also you can apply this technique. Yes, sir. Who does it
Yeah.
belong?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yes, sir. It is. We can apply this. Yes, sir. Because that does not belong to me. It's coordinate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I do. This is really helpful statement. Who does it belongs to? when my father, when I come to home and someone is in default mode, or when I meet other people in default mode and they are angry or they are sad, then I it's not me. When I see people sad or angry, I don't know why I get that energy. Previously, I used to get that energy, and I also become sad, angry, and all those default mode things. So now this statement, who does it belongs to, really helped me, sir. And I really like this statement. And thank you. Any other things I like this, sir? Anything that I can handle my emotions? I'm very emotional person, so
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. All of us are, very, very much emotional, and we absorb the emotions from others as well. So frustration. What are the other things you can do? I think for any emotion, what we classify as negative emotions, one thing we can do is, focus on breathing. So have a conscious breathing. So that is one thing which helps. And of course, the other one is you can just have some water, move around. So moving around, particularly if there is a no grass or trees, move around that, it helps. So that is true for any emotions. But most important thing is that experiencing it instead of blocking it. More and more you block it in the system, the body gets affected. So experience it and then handle it in the way we have been discussing so that it gets released. But if you lock it in the system, it is going to be a big problem.
yes,
Fine,
so
that's
true.
yeah.
True.
So that's about the so-called negative emotions. So what about
Yes,
the
sir.
other emotions, the inspiration and happiness? How do you handle that, Abhinavji?
Okay.
So it also requires handling actually.
Well, till now I have not been handling it. Never thought about handling it. It is like someone gives you a sweet, just eat it. Enjoy the sweet.
Right. Yeah, it's the same way. It's the same way. It is like, sweet emotion is given to you. So how do you enjoy it?
Yeah,
So first and foremost is, see, many people when they get the positive emotions, they really run away sometimes, some people. They don't want to get into that because they think that, oh, it is temporary and it is going to go away. So why get into that in the first place? So that kind of approach also is there. But as you rightly said, you enjoy. So experience, basically.
yeah,
Experience
yeah, yeah.
positive emotions. And
Absolutely.
most importantly, when you are in that positive emotions, your capability to do things is huge. Take this
Absolutely.
opportunity, yeah,
Absolutely.
take this opportunity to do what you always wanted to do, what is pending for long, and whatever
Yeah,
you really want to do. That's most important thing. So when you are
absolutely.
inspired, when you are happy, pick up something which has been really, haunting you for long, which has been pending for long, and finish it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks.
Right. And also you can inspire people. So some of the things what you could not communicate or discuss with people, that is the time you could really, bring it out and sort out some of the interpersonal issues, if any, as well. So that is also like long pending issue or whatever, you can categorize that. So that's also handling the positive emotions. Right. Thank you, Abhinavji. So how does it affect when you are just going through and not handling it, or when you are handling it? How do you feel about it, and how is it impacting you? That's the third question.
Your health will improve.
Yes, if you are not handling it and letting it let that affect us, or get it locked, our health is affected, definitely. Yes. So yeah, yes, Sagar.
So I think this is so true for me, sir. Previously, I used to suppress those emotions, and those emotions used to impact my own body. I may suffer from some kind of disease or some cramps in the stomach, some pain in the stomach, in the body, to some lethargy. Something will happen. Sometimes it may also happen accident. accident also can may happen. So for me, it was big issue previously, but nowadays I am learning that not to suppress but to express. And there is one technique also from that I learned from Osho Topobon, that about catharsis. Catharsis.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just
It's very,
throw
very
it out.
effective actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you throw it out everything. You
Yeah.
just throw it out everything by making
Yeah.
noise or
Basically,
sound.
yeah. Yeah. Shake your body and no mind and no blabber, whatever comes. Yeah.
Yeah. You just become crazy for some interval of time in that dynamic meditation. So at that time I release my emotions. So
Yes.
it is helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Can
you.
I
Thank
say?
you.
Can I say?
Yes, Hasinaji.
Yeah, my sad emotions I handle by either shouting all by myself or yelling. That's what I do quietly not quietly, but in my locked room. I just yell, and then I feel all relief in my head. Another thing I do when I'm upset is I put on the music and I dance. That
Ah,
helps me a lot.
Great.
That
That's yeah.
really helps me a lot.
Yes. True. Yeah. That really shakes off the negative emotions. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Hasinaji, on suggesting practical things. Yeah. So Abhinavji, currently, how does it impact the way you are handling your emotions? How is it impacting you?
Uh, Never thought about it, frankly.
Oh,
Never thought about it.
yeah.
Never thought about it. But many times, I have to. What I have been doing is when I'm frustrated or I'm dealing with a negative emotions, I become an introvert. I just keep quiet. So I don't talk to people much. Don't inter My participation in life goes down for that period of time, and or sometime I may become angry also. But
Yeah.
I get angry very less. But I just become an introvert. I just quiet down. I don't talk to anyone. I just stick to myself. That is how I've been handling it till now. And when I'm happy and when I'm inspired, that is the time when I talk to people. And of course, I stand for making a difference. I believe in the karma theory. So I do all the good karmas and I make a difference. In whatever way at that point of time it looks uh, you know appropriate.
Right. So for that time being, the whole factory is shut down.
Absolutely, absolutely,
That is one of the impact. Okay. And also,
absolutely. I'm dead. I'm dead. In those duration time, I'm dead.
yeah, it happens. Yeah. Right. So, but
Yeah,
it need not be that way. We can handle
yeah, yeah,
better.
yeah,
That's what we have been discussing. We need
yeah,
not
yeah,
shut down
yeah.
the factory for some time. Of course, for the
Absolutely.
conscious maintenance, we can shut down. That is what we do in the night by sleep.
Yeah,
But during
yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah,
there is no need to shutting it down.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
One other way I handle my emotions.
Yes,
Hello.
Yes, Asinaji.
Another way I handle my emotion is I get into my shell and I cry out. And I really cry out.
That's
And
good.
then when I cry so much, I keep on thinking on the point and I keep on crying. And then I feel really relieved.
Yeah. Yeah. Cry also releases. Talking to the people releases. Dancing, catharsis. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I
Thank
also
you.
want to say something, sir, about
Yes,
what
Sagar.
Abhinav sir said. Being quiet and you just be quiet. You suppress your emotion. You don't talk to the people. You don't want to talk to the people because so much hot is happening inside you. So much, some kind of baggage of emotion is happening inside you. You don't talk to the people or something. This is so real for many of us. I think because of the holding of energy and because of holding of art, we became so like this. Not flowing. So and this is what I want to ask you, how we can release our emotion, release those bad emotion and those things.
Yeah. You are talking about the past emotions locked in the system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so one way is discretion. Definitely, what we learned, discretion, bring up those emotions, and then discreate it.
Uh, like okay, okay, one emotion is that okay, so if one this is so natural for me or everybody. So if your expectation no okay. Okay, somebody make me angry, sir, by pointing me or saying me something, throwing some words. At the time, I was what to do. If I got angry, what to do there?
So if someone is not making you angry, you get angry by someone's actions,
Yeah.
right?
But
Okay.
the words they threw at you is so real to you too. It may be just a point of view, but it may be real to you. So at the time, what you are going to,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
So the emotion. So your top. What are the top three emotions? One is anger. What are the other ones you get?
Yes, one is anger, and another is what are you going to say? Say for you. Say first.
For me, for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So so I get yeah, I get anger. I get happiness. What else?
Sadness.
Yeah, sadness. Yes,
Yes.
sadness and grief. Yeah, so I can say these are the top three. Yeah.
So how to discreate it means okay. Somebody make me angry now. Okay, I will say that. Oh, who does it belong to? Okay, that's for sure. It will work. But is there any other method?
Yeah. So discretion, I think we went through many times. We will, if required, we'll do it here also, right? So so when you get the when you get the anger, right? So what you do is sit and breathe and increase that anger within yourself and bring it up more and more and more and more. And at one point in time, when it is really very intense, then you visualize that as the balloon in front of you and prick it and say that no, this is not I, this is my creation. I discreate it. Okay, so this is the exercise which we have done many times. If required, we can do it again. So I also invite others to say what are the other ways of handling anger, because all of us really get angry at various points in time. So let's listen to others as well, Sagar. Yeah, yes, Ratika.
One interesting point is
Yes,
you
sir.
said happiness. So all the people are talking about negative emotions.
Right.
Happiness is a positive emotion.
Yes.
So I feel we are mostly concentrating on negative emotions.
Yeah, it happens because negative emotions really impacts us more. And as we discussed along with Abhinavji, even the positive emotions, we have to handle it. Happiness, in this case, happiness and inspiration. So how do you make use of that? The intensity of happiness, intensity of inspiration. So it is not just leaving it, you experience it and do something great at that point in time. So that's what we discussed briefly. But I agree with you that typically we get stuck more with the negative emotions than positive. So, but the idea is to remove those negative emotions or have better handle on handling them and then utilize the positive emotions. So that's the idea.
No, my thought process is if you are being an awareness, we always in a positive emotions.
Yes, if you are in awareness, automatically whatever emotion comes, we will know how to handle them appropriately. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Radhika. Yes, sir. Kuldeep ji.
Sir, before I say anything, I just want to say what Sagar has mentioned. that if somebody makes me angry, how do I deal with it? I think that nobody can make us angry without our permission. It is not other person making you angry. It is what you are saying about what other person is doing that makes you angry. I have practiced a technique which worked for me. I just want to share that when you are feeling that you are going to be angry, just remember a word, stop, S-T-O-P. Stop means as for stop the first sentence which you're going to say. Stop the very first sentence. Then T is for take 6 long breaths. Take 6 long breaths. Then O is silent. Then P is pat yourself, means thank yourself. Means effectively these 2 letters, stop first sentence, take 6 deep breaths, they will work. By the time you finish this, your condition will be different. That is why I felt. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kuldeep. Thank you for great tip. So one more thing I can say, Sagar, on handling the anger is whenever you get angry, really angry, first thing is close your mouth. Second thing is breathe consciously through your nose. Third thing is mentally do a prayer. So this is the 3-step process.
I think, sir, closing our mouth will be the first and effective process when you get angry.
Yes.
Yes, I think if I remember what anger have taken my happiness, or if I remember those incident where I was on the top, but because of my angriness, I get lost, So at that time I didn't know about this, but that now I know. I may use it, sir. I because of one because I last time, previously I don't know about how to control this anger or how to release this anger. I didn't know, and suddenly, I just blast, and that blasting have thrown me away to my own place. So it's very effective, or it's very, I feel really good about now because I am learning about this, and it is something I have to learn, sir. It's very
Sure.
big
So all of
opportunity.
us are, all
Yeah.
of us are here to learn and implement it. Yes, Kuldeep.
Yes. Thank you,
I
sir.
think one of the foremost thing is that we should, when we are in this situation, we should remember that I am responsible for making myself angry. I am responsible for allowing that emotion inside me, and no one else is responsible. If this one thing is understood, things will be falling under this.
Thank you, Kuldeep. Can Ashok ji, welcome, and welcome Madam also for Empowering Morning Conversation.
She is my sister.
Okay, hello ma'am.
Sister from Pune.
Okay.
Elder sister.
Elder sister. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome ma'am.
Only 85.
Okay.
Wonderful listening to all of you in this medium which is available now for the next generation. We realize how important it is, the communication between, honest communication between the different individuals. And especially I have experienced that it's much easier to get very frank with completely strangers, because with your known people, you try to keep up with your image and whatnot to it. and that becomes the hindrance in real communication, which is really necessary for each and every human.
Thank you, ma'am. So really, you look so well and healthy. Nice to see you. Really, very active. And your little brother is still as naughty as he was in young days.
The camera doesn't take both of us together. Maybe I will have to keep it long.
Yeah, keep it little bit away. Yeah. Yes. I think now we can see both of you.
See, the first thing, pain.
Yes, sir.
Pain. Why do you take pain as your enemy? I not pain is your friend. Actually, is much more closer than even your mother. Anything that is not conducive or harmonious with your nature and behavior, and you have caused harm to your body, then that friend is the first one who announces.
Exactly.
Without caring whether you care for him or not, but it announces that, look, you're doing something wrong. He's afraid. Unfortunately, Kuldeep will agree with me that allopathy is trying to tell us, do not listen to the pain. I can give you something by which you can stop that pain. It doesn't eliminate. And if we really go our Ayurveda side or our Bhagavad Gita side, we will be the one who will be accepting that pain and getting over it. Emotion, which we were talking about, is a part of that pain itself. Pain, why do you take pain is only bad way? Happiness also is a part of that. You can take happiness also as a part of it. Pain and happiness are the same emotions coming out of the body. One, we take it as a positive and one, we take it as a negative. Because one comes through the brain and one comes through the heart. That is the difference. And heart and brain, our heart and brain, they are never in agreement with one another. And here where we are making all these mistakes and trying to find out who we should be giving importance, to the brain or to the heart. And that is where all these has come. And some part of the emotion are various: love, disgrace, so many things. But I feel we should rename pain as a friend, and then everything will change. Then we will not try to throw it away or suppress it with some chemicals. Thank you. I don't know whether that is what you were expecting, but
that was, yeah, thank you. No, thank you. That was the first part of the discussion, which you really brought it out. That pain is the friend, not just enemy. So that's clearly come up. The other part we are discussing is what are your top emotions and how do you handle them, and what is the impact of the impact on you, the way you handle it. So that's the current discussion.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ashokji, and thank you for bringing up your sister as well. It's really nice. You're welcome every day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Sir, what Ashokji have just yesterday we are discussing about that pain and pleasure. We are discussing about that, and our thought get matched. Pain is not bad thing. Like a happiness, we have pain. It's kind of, you are alive because of some kind of pain in your body and something. So it's not bad. So our thought get matched. So I was waiting for Ashokji to come. I don't know where he went. I was waiting for him to speak. I was searching him in WhatsApp also. I didn't know about his name. He invited me to Mumbai, and I'm excited. Any other day if I could come, and I like to join his friendship and explore. I was really I was thinking about that, Ashokji, to come to you and meet you and explore, sir.
Yeah, sure, you should come over and meet all. So, sir, what's ma'am's name? We didn't get it.
Lata Srikhande.
Okay.
Her husband was in Navy captain.
Okay.
He was the person who brought submarine technology to India.
Oh.
And Sagar,
Yes, sir.
when the pain is too much, you come to Mumbai.
Oh, right, sir.
Well, one of the things that was known in our time was known as malaria. Are you aware of that disease?
Lavaria.
It was called as Lavaria.
Yes, sir. I know that disease, but now I'm really free from it.
Like malaria.
I feel like I am free, sir. So nowadays I feel like free.
Right. Yeah, thank you. So anybody else would like to share what are your top 3 emotions and how do you handle them?
Yes, I want to talk. In my situation, when I get angry or sad, first thing I do is pray to God. Please give me strength to control my anger. Next thing I do, I go to my room and sit quiet and calm and do things which I like. For example, I love music. I'll put some nice song and listen it. And by the time the song is over, my anger is over. And I am happy again.
Wow. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So where are you from, Sarla ma'am?
I am Vandana's mother.
Vandana, okay. Yes, we met you. Yeah,
and
right.
I am in Canada.
Okay.
I live in Canada.
Okay.
And I am with you for some 1 month in your class. Previously, it was I7. And I have changed my name. I have been reciting shares in your Shiroshairi. I have been doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
It is your morning in India, and here it is evening. Canada, okay. In Canada, it is evening time.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Okay.
So you are joining from Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Neelam also joining from US. Okay, she just left. Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining and being with us and contributing at this time.
It's my pleasure.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sagar, who is that? Your niece or nephew?
She's my sister, daughter.
Okay. Hello. Hi. What's her name?
Her name is Srinidhi.
Srinidhi.
Hello, Ramajan sir. Hello, EMC
Hi.
group. Everybody.
Hi, Srinidhi.
How are you, EMC group? I love to see you. She's little angel, sir. She's really angel. It's a blessing from universe to our family.
Yeah, she's so nice.
Yeah.
So
look at her.
Everybody's face saw her.
Yeah, so intently she is seeing what's going on. Who are these guys? Hello, hi Srinidhi.
Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for bringing Srinidhi also into EMC.
She will be in future. She will be the bar facilitator. Maybe I will make her.
Okay. Yes. So, Priya, are you okay to talk now? Do you want to talk about what are your 3 emotions? Or anybody else? Gautam ji, Sushma, welcome Sushma after a long time. Samina ji, Henry. Milan ji, do you want to say anything about the emotions? Yes,
You're
Gautam ji.
asking me?
Yes, Neelam, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like you to see like if you can pick up what you feel like are my top 3 emotions.
Yeah, can you repeat? What did he say?
If you can pick up what my emotions you think are the top
Oh.
3 that I.
Oh, no. I'm not that great to pick up your emotions.
Okay, because you did that
So-
for Sagar, so I was like,
No. Sagar, he only was saying it. So no, when he asked me, Sagar asked me, what are my emotions? So I was trying to narrate my own emotions.
yeah, for me, I would say anger is also on the top.
Right.
Frustration, impatience,
Right.
grief, sorrow,
Right.
and like anxiety.
Yeah.
And also like I have a lot of joy along with that. So joy
Right.
is always there, like laughter, joy, fun, playful energy. But I think it's mixed up with the other ends of the spectrum.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely, that's how all of us are. So now the question is, when it comes, how do we handle it? Whether we let it drive us and take its own course, or is there something we can do to come back to the normal, or utilize that energy of emotions to do something better? So that's what we have been discussing. First of all, because it can go out of control. That's why we have been talking about discretion, breathing, crazy statement. Who does it belong to?
Yeah. Like you said that like I'll either punch a pillow or I'll let it explode, the anger,
Yes.
or like I will scream, or I
Right.
will write it down, or do some breath work, or some sort of movement in the body to remove the feeling. Usually with like grief and other things like impatience, I will show that in my tone and my way of being. Sometimes I will sleep it off, so
Right.
I don't think too much, or take a walk, so some sort of yoga. And so it just depends on what I feel like doing. Sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's watching like a show or funny thing. So it just depends. And a lot of times it's just connecting with people. Sometimes we get out of the house, we do something, we have a good time, or traveling also helps.
Yes.
Yeah, so dancing helps you, just me, like especially with remove the emotion and the feeling with the music. So that's been helpful.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So all of us know what to do. It's only that, are we doing it is the question. So at the right time, so that we don't let the system shut down or get into repair mode or get into difficulties, worries. So yeah, I think it's great that we know so many ways of handling the thing. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. I think it's so great if we better to hit the person. It's better to hit pillow than hit the person, sir.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, it
I
It releases
Yeah,
from
I
your
have,
system,
you
but
know,
it doesn't
even
affect others. Yeah, yes, Neelam. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, like in the past, I used to have like, I mean, I used to be very feisty, so even a wall I would punch. But yeah, it's not a good thing. But I mean, it is a moment, and we are here to be raw and vulnerable in this group. So I just wanted to share that.
That's a really good technique to hit wall and and pillow. I think
But you
pillow
don't
will
want to
be,
hurt yourself with the wall. You can hurt yourself.
yeah, wall you gonna hurt yourself. Pillow will be best option.
Actually, that's a therapy technique. You know, therapists recommend that you just punch a pillow and you scream into the pillow. So
Yeah.
whatever you want to say or do, it's a professional technique actually that I was told to do. And yeah, just having somebody sometimes just connecting or eating something or drinking something that nourishes you or like feeds you or makes you happy. So just bringing you back to your presence and realizing that you're the only one who can bring that balance, and everything is within you. You just need to tap into that, the emotion, the joy. You don't really need much to have all those things.
Yes. And we can connect to the nature also. It's purely healing if we just
Yeah,
connect to the
I do
nature.
that. I do the ocean, mountains, hikes,
Mountains.
beaches, you know,
Yeah,
walks, forest. Yeah, camping is nice. So yeah,
and people as well.
people.
People are
Yeah, of
also
course.
part
That's
of
the first thing
nature.
I mentioned. That yeah, people, family, friends, coworkers, colleagues.
Yes, that's really good option available. But we have to apply by remembering it. We have to apply.
Yeah, in the moment it can be sometimes tricky, right? To remember
Yes,
and remind ourselves and be mindful.
right. It's very hard to remember when you are in default mode. You just
Mhm,
forget about it and you become the anger. When
mhm.
you are angry, you
Yeah,
don't you are the anger. You cannot be anything else.
you have to
So
go into the silence. I did Vipassana. So Vipassana we do twice a day in 1 hour. So we have to remind ourselves to focus on the breath, focus on the body parts, and that everything is transient. So, you know, the pain and the grief and even the happiness is transient. So we just let those things, observe them and pass them. Like, you know, Sir says, don't be so judgmental. Just watch it and observe. And I think those are the most abundant people. And so um, Vipassana, Soul Sync, and then I'm doing this one app called Insight Insight Timer. It's a very good you know, they have like meditations on there, guided. So it's those are good things to do that I've been,
yeah,
and I
I
have two
too feel
groups
that
for the
about
on
Vipassana.
Zoom. Hmm?
I also too feel that about Vipassana. It helps to develop that observing capability, so you can observe your anger, and so it's really good
Yeah,
technique to watch your breath.
yeah. Use just a silent. Well, it's mostly more than breath. It's just like scanning your body, and it's more like you're just the breath is the first step just to quiet the mind. But usually you're not doing anything. You're just scanning and moving through the the sensations and basically um you know. So I think the point is to say that the silence is what can take you away from the emotion and the ego.
Right. Thank you,
Great.
Neelamji.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Neelam. Thank
Yes,
you
yes,
for
thank
it.
you.
Yes, Gautamji, you wanted to say something?
Yes, good morning to everybody. Emotion, what generally we do or we practice, that is first we keep quiet, not react immediately, number one. And he say, Ashokji told this positive emotion and negative emotion. Positive emotion also, it is we try to acquaint it with the incident where this generation, something good news is coming, somebody telling them good information. So immediately we appreciate like that. And negative inspiration, what I do start counting back like 20, 19, 18, 17 or like that. When it is reached to the lower side, slowly I come down, my psychology, my emotion is settled down. So I keep quiet. then if I even react or like that something, so that with the mature repercussion comes from anybody this practice. Madam told that is a meditation. I cannot do meditation in that moment, but try to do the back count. It helps me. Thank you.
That's very effective. The counting from backwards is absolutely effective. That is meditation as well, Gautamji. Really, it takes the attention away from the emotion or the problem and tries to focus on this and balances you. I think that in itself we can call it as meditation also. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I think counting from backwards is really very effective. Thank you, sir. Yes, Hasinaji.
So there was a time when I used to be absolutely very emotional. I used to take sleeping pill and go off to sleep.
Oh.
It's a very bad practice.
Yeah.
It's really a bad practice, which I never do.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it can have bad impact. So see, many times because we experience the negative emotions and we feel it gets, we get impacted. We think that why all these emotions? Even I used to wonder. But I understand that emotions is part of our human system. So the people who are in software can relate very easily what I'm going to say. So the body is like hardware. The computer is the hardware, your laptop, your mobile, or your big computers. It has the hardware, which is made of whatever, plastic, material, semiconductor, and all those things. So that is the body. And there is something called operating system in the computer. So basically that is the software, that is the program itself that allows you to do the things. So that is the operating system. So the emotions are the operating system. So if you are in a particular emotion, accordingly your effectiveness of doing the things matters. So you do everything on top of your emotions. So emotion is like operating system, and then your mind is like you are actually using the computer in terms of either application software or whatever you do on the computer. So that is mind. So unless you have a very solid, balanced, nice body and balanced emotions, whatever you can do with your mind and as a whole system will be very limited. So you have to make sure that your body is good, your emotions are balanced, and then you can do a lot more. So that's what I understand where emotion fits in. Yes, Gautam. Gautam, you want to say something?
Yes, that is a. We are discussing all this thing like that, but sometimes some emotion come which is unexpected, or there is some incident come very unexpected. So that time it is a reaction basically comes from the spontaneously. This what we are doing this practice in the morning environment. We are becoming more composed. We are becoming more balanced. But sometimes it is all we forget, and immediate reaction come out from the. So that is a on spot or on spontaneous basis. Thank you very much to pick up the topic, which is very much relevant with the humanity and our daily activity. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So the key is awareness. If you are aware, then we'll know how to handle it. That's what Reddy Garu brought it up. So yes, it may be suddenly coming up, but if you are aware, then we'll know how to handle it. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hi, Subhas. Welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself? Welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations.
Hello. Hi, Suttipak and everyone. So I'm Subhas, and actually Sagar here introduced me about this group, so this is my first day. So yeah,
Okay.
excited
Welcome,
about it.
welcome. Sagar is, really one of the active members of this group. Yeah, welcome. You are welcome every day, Subhas, and participate along with us.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Welcome, Subhas, and to the new journey to the EMC, and hope you also do bar session in coming future. So thank you for coming.
Okay, great. Thanks, Sagar, for inviting. So it's great. So what we'll do is we'll stop the discussion now. Formal discussions are over. So if anybody wants to continue to discuss,